Rewriting equations and formulas.
So in this video, we're going to talk about how to rewrite formulas and equations. So there are many common formulas that you guys probably already know, like the area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2, or the area of a rectangle is length times width. Distance equals speed or rate times time. And some other ones maybe lesser known would be like Celsius is Fahrenheit temperature minus 32 times 5/9. So here's some common formulas. Usually these are given to you, but sometimes we want to manipulate or change them because we know some of the values besides, like let's say we know the area of a rectangle and we know its length, but we don't know its width. So we want to rewrite a formula. So let's start with a really simple one. Let's say I have a rectangle like this, and I know the area is 25, and this side is 2 meters, but I don't know the length or the width measurement. So we could do some algebra and figure this out, but let's take that formula and rewrite it so it equals W rather than equaling A. So the original formula is A equals length times width. Now we want to rewrite this so it's W equals something. So we're going to use some of the same algebra steps that you did to solve an equation, but we're just going to move things around. We're not actually going to solve the equation, we're just going to move some of the variables around. So just pretend like this L was just any old number and we want to get rid of it. Well, it's multiplied by W, so if we want to undo this multiplication, we have to remember to undo multiplication, you divide. Okay, so multiplication, division, they undo each other. And addition and subtraction undo each other. So we're going to divide this side by L, divide this side by L, they cancel out, and we're left with A over L equals W, or W equals area divided by length. So all we have to do is take the 25 divided by 2, because that's our area, 25 divided by 2, and that will give us our width, so 12.5. Okay, not a super complicated problem. We can try one that's a little bit more difficult, something to do with temperature. So I live in the United States, but many of you might live outside of the United States where they read temperature in Celsius. So let's say they're talking about the temperature and they're saying, man, it's really warm out, it's 40 degrees Celsius. And that doesn't mean a lot maybe to someone who's used to Fahrenheit, or vice versa. So we have this formula for Celsius that is Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5/9. We want to rewrite this so it's Fahrenheit equals, so we want to end up with Fahrenheit equals, and then the rest of the equation over here. Okay, you can kind of see what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get rid of this minus 32 and this multiplication. The thing is here, we can't add 32 because it's in this parentheses. So when we undo this, we need to undo it kind of backwards. So we want to undo from the outside in. We need to get rid of this 5/9. So instead of multiplying by 5/9, we can divide by 5/9 or multiply by its reciprocal, which is 9/5. Okay, so like this 9 would cancel with that 9, this 5 with that 5. So that would cancel all of that out. So I have, F minus 32 equals C times 9/5. Or 1.8, but I like to just leave it as a fraction. So now we need to get rid of this minus 32. These parentheses are really unneeded at this point. So we're gonna add 32 and add 32. Now the 32 doesn't really get added to any of these things, it just gets rewritten next to it. So you're gonna have 9/5 C, just reordering that, plus 32 equals F. So Fahrenheit, the formula for Fahrenheit is C times 9/5 or 9/5 C plus 32. And that's the formula. So if I knew the Celsius formula, like 40 perhaps, I could plug 40 in there and we could figure out what that temperature is. So 9/5 times 40 plus 32, and that will tell us the temperature. And that is indeed pretty warm. It comes out to be 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is very hot. Thank you for watching.